Hello, folks. This is Doug. I've been retired 11 years, and boy, I was fixing to cook supper here tonight, and I thought I'd share this recipe with you. It's not really it's just been handed down, I guess, from my dad. There was a man in Dalton, Georgia, had a restaurant. His name was Lamar, and that was the name of the restaurant, Lamar's Restaurant. Wasn't probably 1,000 square feet, maybe 1,200 square feet, building, real small place. But he had a dinner special that he run, and it was a cube steak and gravy with mashed potatoes and coleslaw. And the way he done his cube steak and gravy, there's all kind of recipes out there, but this is the way he done it, and it's the way my dad taught me to do it. So I'm gonna show it to y'all. But we'll get started. You gotta have cube steak, flour, and season that up, and then you gotta have a pot of water, boiling water. And in this water, we're going to add about 1/4 cup of Dale seasoning. And if I can get it open. But, we're going to go with about 1/4 cup of that. And we may need to put a little bit more. And then you want to put, I don't know, a 1/2 teaspoon maybe, or less, of liquid smoke. And then you want to put the old Worcestershire sauce. You're going to put some of it in there, about a little over a teaspoon of it. Then you want, of course, you want to salt and pepper it. And that's to taste. Everybody likes salt and pepper different. I'll put about, I don't know, 1/2 teaspoon of salt in there for now. And then you just let that get going, start getting hot. And then we want to put your cube steak in flour. And I've seasoned this flour with salt, pepper, and a little paprika. You just get your cube steak, and I've cut these cube steaks in little smaller pieces. So, but they will shrink up a lot when they cook in this, in our pot there. They'll shrink up some, and then you have to let this stuff boil or simmer after you get it going for at least 45 minutes or an hour. And this steak will get tender, just melt in your mouth. And then after that, we'll make a roux, put in it, thicken it up. But right now, we'll get everything frying. And all you're gonna do is just brown this meat off. You don't want to cook it per se. I mean, cube steak cooks pretty quick. So, but you want to just keep it going till you get everything in the water. But this recipe, Lamar was an old, I guess he was either in the Korean War or he was in the World War II. And I never asked him or never knew, but I would say he was probably a cook because he wore khaki pants or work pants and a white t-shirt in a white apron. And that's all I ever seen him in. Every time you see him, he was, that's the way he's dressed. And you had to literally stand in line to even get in there to get a plate of this right here. And, there's a lot of recipes, that you can cook, and they may be just as good. I don't know. But all I know is this right here is some good eating. And my family loves it. And everybody that's ever been around us uh, loves it. But we're going to make it today. I got potatoes going to make mashed potatoes. And then I'll have to get my wife to do the slaw. She's in charge of slaw making. Right, you just flip that in that water just like so. After it gets good and brown, just like that. And we'll save what flour we got left. We use some of it for a roux when we get done, or get ready to thicken it up. But right now we're gonna get everything going. I'm gonna probably have to put just a little more oil in my water. But this right here is some kind of good. I'm telling you it is. And it's easy to make. I mean, it's not nothing. It's not no fancy recipe, or it don't call for all these herbs and spices. This restaurant, Lamar's restaurant, was back in the late '60s and the early '70s. I mean, there wasn't no whole lot of fancy herbs and stuff back then like they are now. I mean, I'm sure there was, but not here in North Georgia. This is more or less like an old recipe. Today, you'd thicken it up with cornstarch, or you make a gravy and then put it in the gravy. But this is just how he done it, and it always seems to work out really good. But you just get you water. You don't want it to boil hard, but you do want it to simmer, because you're gonna cook it to tenderize it. And we've tried here at the house to cut corners every once in a while when we didn't have a lot of time to make this, because it takes a little time. It don't take no time to get it ready. I'm about ready to just let it cook now. But
Sorry, folks, my pan got a little hot, but we didn't lose anything. We take up where I'm making the roux. I think you folks will enjoy this recipe. So here we go.
okay, folks, I've got me a roux going here. This stuff is real tender. We got a roux, just like any roux you'd make for gravy, and we're gonna put it in here. We may have put some more, but we'll start out with this much. Uh, don't look like it'll be enough, but it might be. It don't take a whole lot. Okay, now we're gonna stir that roux in and turn that bad boy up. It should start thickening up. Let it get boiling here for a minute. Oh, it smells good. I wish y'all could smell it. Doggone. I got the mashed potatoes right there. They're ready to go. And got the slaws in the refrigerator. So I may have to make up a little bit more roux. It's thickening some. But I guess I better get a little more roux. Let that boil right there, and I'll fix this a little more roux. Okay. All righty. Yeah. Probably need the rest of this flour. I believe that'll do it. Let her cook there for a minute and get that flour taste out of it. Yeah, boy. We don't want to burn it, but we don't want it white neither. All right. Let's see what this will do for us. Yep. Okay, let's see here. I'll go ahead and put it all in there. I believe that's going to do it, though. That little drippings down there. I never said I was a professional cook. But I can cook. Just ask my wife. Or my son. Or anybody else that stands in line in the evenings. The mornings. I fixed a casserole for breakfast, taters and eggs and cream, and ham, cheese. I'm lining up for that too. They done been in here about 3 times wanting to know when this is going to be ready. They already know what's coming. But, we got to let it cook just a few more minutes. But you can see it's getting good and stiff. It's ever how you like your gravy. Some people like it thin. Some people like it thick. And some people like me likes it just right. I just like it. Thin, thick, everyhow. Just give me a bowl of gravy and some biscuits, and I'm a happy camper. All righty. Well, we'll pause that just a minute and we'll get it ready to go. And we'll be making us a plate here in a minute. We'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're back. Everything's ready. I'm going to dip up a plate here, show you what it looks like. This slaw. And this right here is what makes it. You put that gravy on them potatoes, and then you turn it into a gourmet meal. Get me out a couple of pieces of that steak. You'll see that steak just falls apart. You can cut it with a spoon or whatever. Now here's what you do with this gravy. You get down in there and you get that gravy in there like that. All right, let me get me something to taste test this thing with. Give it a taste ride. But like I say, this cube steak, look at that. It is, I'm talking falls apart. That's how you cook cube steak and gravy. But it is hot too. It'll burn you into next week. Doggone. I wish y'all had some of this. I'll put the recipe in there whenever I get ready to download it. I'll get my wife type it in there for me. And y'all try it. You'll like it. I'm telling you, it's very, very good. Let me test these taters. Oh yeah. That slaw, it's always good. But all right. I tell you what, I wish you had some. But hey, just remember, God loves you and I love you, and we'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.